I'm Ben.
I'm Ron.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jason, and this is Hometown Has-Beens. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Hometown Has-Beens, episode 31. The whole gang is here. Ben has been located.
Yeah.
And
hey. Yeah. Or no, what is the... No, it's not hey. That's Fat Albert.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know, the Kool-Aid Man. The Kool-Aid Man bust through the wall. Yeah. That's what I was trying to go for, is the Kool-Aid Man busted through the wall.
Well, the Kool-Aid Man's here.
One time my dad had a red shirt on in the ocean.
Oh, gosh.
It's like,
Hey.
Kool-Aid Man out there floating.
You said that?
Yeah.
Hey, Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
my favorite thing to say to him, looking like a Kool-Aid Man.
Did you just follow him around going, oh, yeah.
Dude, I love when my dad wears a
That's
red
like,
shirt.
Sounds like Macho Man
part
Randy
of being
Savage.
of like a son to a father, I think. Because, like, I do that to my dad, except it's because we're Tennessee fans. So, like, every time he wears, like, a lot of orange, I'm like, geez, look at that big old traffic cone walking by. he doesn't like that very much.
The best one I heard, though, one time he had a community banking trust shirt on. And this dude was at the beach he was out there floating in the ocean. And the dude goes, I bet all those airplanes are wondering how they got that billboard out there in the ocean. That was so funny. Oh, man.
Oh, me. We just ruined Jason's intro.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that was all I had.
He ain't even that big anymore.
What episode are we on?
31.
31.
I just said that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
31, dude.
Ben, you've got some news to share from your wife.
Well, it's not news. It's I feel that the only time I'm not like Chris, I don't ever have to issue like formal apologies to establishments, but my wife listens to this like 3 or 4 episodes behind it and always corrects things. I made a comment that she would not be on this. I shook my head, and she wants me to make it clear that she does want to be on here, so that she can rip me a new one. Apparently,
just air out the dirty
and
laundry.
that's the reason I shook my head. It's not because she doesn't want to be; it's because I don't want her to be. Because
So
I don't want her to tell everybody how bad of a husband I am. So
they figure it out.
I mean, we know a little bit and we tell, so
yeah.
I mean, you tell, like, hey, we're doing this late night pod. Savannah don't even know I left.
He lives how far from this place we podcast?
30 minutes.
The farthest, the furthest, furthest.
I would say furthest.
I like the farthest.
Farthest.
Well, that's wrong, lit teacher.
Furthest.
I mean, I like it when he said it. It sounded good.
Oh.
It sounds better when he says it.
Oh yeah, it's 'cause,
Yeah, you look good when you strike out, Michael.
That's right.
Space Jam.
Here's your chance. Do your dance out to Space Jam.
Ryan, you didn't jump in with him. That was like weird.
All right.
I like it when you call me Big Pa.
I have something funny to show y'all later.
Okay.
We can't talk about it on the podcast, but just remind me, Ryan, it's about disc golf, and it's really funny. So
Okay.
just remind me.
Okay.
Is there anything funny about disc golf other than its existence?
You're just mad because you suck.
It's a real sport. Yeah, let's go with that.
Oh man, I'm just excited to see what movie Chris is going to quote today.
Bad News Bears.
I don't know that I've seen that.
What?
In a long time.
Oh, okay.
Nah, it's almost the holidays. He's probably quoting like Elf.
Elf, yeah. You an Elf fan, Chris?
Yeah.
I knew it, yeah.
Look
I
at
mean,
that.
there's a lot of people.
Look at that
that's an Elf
smile.
fan.
He's an Elf fan.
He's
like
an
the
Elf
Elf.
fan. He's
All right. Well, I'm going to jump into it with something. We've done life hacks before, and I just recently discovered one. So, around this time of year, or every major holiday that they have parades. Okay, you go to the parade, and it's cold in December. It's usually cold, and you're standing there, and you're freezing, and you're waiting for a little bit of candy or whatever. I didn't go to a parade, but I do go to church, I guess that's on the path to the parade, and I help with the setup and stuff, putting out cones and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I noticed while I was putting out cones that there's a lot of candy just on the side of the road.
Yeah.
So after church, I told Graceland, I said, hey, I know we didn't go to the parade, but the only reason you wanted to go was candy, right? She's like, yeah, I love candy.
Yeah.
I said, well, there's a bunch of it right there on the side of the road. It's all in the wrappers. And, of course, thought that was a horrible idea, but now I have a console full of candy. and I did not go to parades.
Was it good candy?
Yeah, absolutely. It was good. Tootsie Rolls.
What kind of spoiled children leave candy on the ground?
saying.
They're not
After a
elves. I know
parade?
that because we elves have to stick together to the 4 main food groups.
I know them.
Dude,
I know them. I know
Candy.
them. I know them. Candy, candy canes, candy corn, and syrup.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, man.
pretty good.
Parades are overrated.
They're stupid.
If you don't like parades, you must be a South Pole elf.
He thought that was so funny.
He thought it was hilarious.
I don't get it.
I don't like parades.
I don't either.
What's the point?
Yeah.
Savannah and I,
I've never
we
had
went
a
to
good time with
one
parades.
in,
the
like, in
history.
town one time, and we rode our golf cart up there. And I got yelled. It's still, if you went back a couple years on Now Habersham, like you could see me getting scolded by the Now Habersham people for parking in front of their camera.
Let's go.
They were live streaming the parade, and I whipped it in there in front of them, and then like you could see, like I went back and watched the stream, like the old lady come up and
Dude,
give
that's
me,
great.
and I was like, lady.
Who's watching
A parade via
in
live
Clarksville?
stream.
Like, we're not talking about Macy's.
talking
Talking
about
Clarksville,
Thanksgiving
man.
Day parade here.
A town of 1,300 people.
Yeah, there's 17 John Deeres and 4 Massey Fergusons. And maybe a fire truck.
and about 6 little beauty queens.
Yeah, I'm like, what are we doing?
Hey,
Ain't
can we
nobody
talk
watching
about
that.
this for just a minute?
We're talking about it.
You know, this holiday season, you're going to go to your kids' Christmas Day, not Christmas Day, but like Christmas program at
better.
school, church. You're going to go to that.
Nope, I'm not going to be
I'm
there.
not going to that.
Okay, but other
I've already
good
done
parents are going to go to these things.
Yeah, okay.
And they're instead of watching and enjoying it and taking it in, they're going to film it with their phone, and they're going to watch it through their phone and not actually see it live and not enjoy it.
Yeah,
But that's not just the case.
so
That's
they
the
can
case
enjoy
for,
it forever.
But you actually missed it happening.
Oh, I'm with you. I don't.
I mean,
feel
that's
nothing,
not
but-
just that. That's with, like, I've heard people
Everything.
talking about that with like sporting events and all kinds of things. That if you get too consumed with like recording what you're at, a concert or sporting event or whatever, that you're not actually like really
You should. Yeah,
In the
you
moment.
get-
enjoying it.
right.
especially like once you get to a certain.
on,
they got
guys.
film. You don't gotta. Yeah, no. No one's enjoying it anyway. So
No.
Like if you practice for a Christmas program for like 7 months or like 2 months or like
what?
7 weeks,
7
and
months?
then
Hold on,
you know
time
Johnny's
out.
going to go down there and act a fool anyways. He's
Go
not going to
back.
stay on the stage. He's not going to say his lines. He's going to knock the shepherd over. Baby Jesus is going to go rolling. Why do you need to practice? It's going to happen.
have y'all?
Are you talking about real baby?
Yeah, we going real baby Jesus or baby doll baby
No,
Jesus?
there's no
You gotta get a
there's no
baby doll.
actual babies at Harvest
Those
represent
baby
Jesus
dolls
because the second
Are
commandment.
very realistic these days.
Yeah.
My daughters have some that look like kids.
Yeah.
And
Oh
I'm
my
get-
God,
like
they're
there was one in
awful.
the truck that time you went to get a
Oh
water.
yeah, he scared the piss out of me.
So look, I actually might have a picture. So this thing, somebody gave this to Molly. Maybe I saw a picture of it, and it freaks me out. It's like pale gray. It looks like a dead
Yeah,
baby.
yeah, yeah.
And they're heavy.
Yeah.
It's like the weight of a baby. Where did it go?
Have you ever
Dude.
seen those ones that their eyes open and shut?
Yes.
Those
My-
aren't as bad to me. 'cause
Dude, I
they're
know.
Pretty animatronic. Like it's pretty fake.
I got a family member. It just sits in the corner,
Yeah.
and every time, like it sits there, and every time I go in, it's like it's really old, so it's got like some scuffs on it
Yeah.
to make it look like something from a horror film.
Oh yeah, it looked like
Yeah.
something from the little thing from Toy Story with the baby doll head and the legs.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's scary.
every time I walk in, I don't think it's real. I just think it's gonna get me.
Creepy.
Yeah, it's like ooh.
What about y'all remember? Did your grandparents or great grandparents have those like porcelain dolls?
I
You
know
know
what
what
you're
I'm
talking
talking
No,
about.
mine didn't, but I know what you're
Mine
talking
did.
about. Yeah.
Those things are creepy
Yeah.
as crap.
Dude, just in general, like my brother talks about this in my grandfather's funeral, but when you go to grandpa's house, it's just creepy in general. It's usually dark. They're
He talked about this in the
There-
funeral.
yeah, we're different. We built different.
I've
it's-
learned that.
It's usually like it's dark. There's a lot of rust. You know, there's nothing is safe. Nothing is like really like the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Because over the years they have fixed it
Oh yeah. They have fixed.
They
it.
have fixed.
They
it.
haven't called a guy.
Yeah,
They don't have a guy.
Yeah.
Like it's dangerous in grandparents' houses.
It's because the time period they grew up, man. You
Great Depression, man.
Just do it.
Yeah, especially if grandma don't live there anymore.
Oh, yeah.
That's when it's like,
That's scary.
Dirty.
yeah, everything's sharp. It like you could just
It's not good for man to be alone.
dude, you could just be walking through a basement and slit your throat just walking through there. You know.
All right.
Sorry,
took a turn.
was that too much?
That was too much.
I thought it was accurate. It's pretty dangerous.
Well,
Okay.
I don't know.
When I was a kid, I felt like my grandpa could fix like anything. And then now I look back on it and like 90% of the stuff that he would fix,
It's just
he like took like electrical tape
yeah,
and then just like taped it back together. And I'd be
dude.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Geez, I thought he was like, an engineer. Just, not
Yeah.
just a guy with some electrical tape.
Yeah.
Not even duct tape, like black tape.
The doctor I go to, and I've been in multiple rooms in this doctor's office. They all have the same like a shadow box, and they have duct tape and a thing of like super glue, and it says for emergencies in all the rooms.
That's funny.
Dude, I old people they take when they were kids they didn't have any toys, so like they took care of what they had. So I knew this old guy once. He would like as he would see bicycles in yards, and he would assume that people have left those bicycles out there for the trash to pick up, and he would go get it. Because, and it's just like kids leaving their bicycles like in the yard, and
He didn't know he was stealing.
he didn't know he was stealing. Is it stealing if you don't know you're stealing?
It's still
That's a good
stealing,
question.
isn't it?
Stealing, but
That's a good question.
you can.
I felt
What's
good
that?
about
Plausible deniability there.
I say he's
Yeah.
innocent.
it. Yeah.
No chance.
I mean,
Ignorance
Maybe.
doesn't
You know,
like.
it makes a lot of sense.
Ignorance
now
is 3/5 of the law, right? Is that how that goes?
Why my
That's-
bicycles kept getting gone.
Ignorant 3/5. I thought that was about like.
My dad said I better pick them up.
You
Not what that's.
Or Ryan's grandpa would.
I didn't say who it was, Jason.
But I gotta clear this up before we move on.
What is
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Possession.
So basically saying whoever has possession of it has the is like.
Yeah.
But Chris just said ignorance is 3/5 of the law.
Dude, did you ever go in after playing outside or something, and just for note, like you don't even know what's going on, your dad just be like, "Y'all don't appreciate nothing."
Like, what?
Like what?
Something must have happened while I was outside.
No, I get it. I get
What are you
it.
talking
I
about?
put it
Dude,
beside the
Hudson-
house.
Dude,
Hudson, dude, he leaves stuff and I have 2 kids now, so both of them, I guess, but poor kid just gets all the blame. I tell my kids, if you leave it in that yard, I'm going to run it over the lawnmower.
Oh, that's the big one.
And
Yes.
Yeah.
I legitimately, like, I swear to you, I've ran over some of the craziest things you can imagine on that lawnmower. And I just watch it go out into the yard,
Dude.
Yeah.
and I just leave it because I'm a redneck.
Yeah.
And so, like, I'm
So they
serious.
come out and they see it in a million pieces.
Oh yeah, dude! I've ran over so much stuff. I almost killed Hudson one time with a tennis ball.
I just
I
launched
thought you were
it.
going to say you almost run over us.
No, but one time I hit a tennis ball and it, like 1,000 miles an hour, went right by his head. It scared me.
But dude, I was so my brother had a bunch of baseballs, and like having a good collection of baseballs. I mean, that does
It takes
cost.
time, it costs money.
Yeah, man.
So
It's like every kid's prized possession is a baseball player.
That's why in the Sandlot, man.
So,
It's a big deal.
I know he has these baseballs. Dude, I take a bat and I just hit every one of them junkers down the woods.
Daddy's
like-
man.
Daddy's like, "Where's your baseball?" Mitch's like, "Where's my baseball?" And Daddy's like, "Ryan, you know where these baseballs is?" I'm like, so I acted like it was purposeful that I did that to him, but I acted like I was like, "Oh, I thought they were waterlogged. I just hit them, dude. They were so mad." But I didn't dare tell him. I was like,
Does,
"No, I knew."
does he know that you did that?
No, he's finding out right now.
Can't
It's gonna
wait
be-
to see that comment.
It's gonna be a fight at Christmas get together.
Dude,
You better
yeah.
be ready.
Dude,
It was already going to be one.
Yeah,
Let's be real, the
hey,
Griffins. So my dad tells a story where, like, talking about leaving things out, not appreciating it. He left his bicycle like behind my grandpa's vehicle, and he ran it over.
Yeah.
Of course, it was like a new bicycle or something. So what'd he do? He called my dad out there, whooped the crap out of him, and told him,
Yo.
"Now you ain't got a bike.
Yeah, dude, you got punched.
You got a whooping,
Yes.
and you lost your bike.
You got
I
punished
told you so."
twice. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I just, before I was old enough to cut grass, he'd come in there and he'd just be like, "You don't appreciate nothing." me and your mama work hard. We get you this stuff. Hey, some kids ain't got da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah,
And
that sounds like me.
I'm like, Daddy, I'm like, you can't say back then, you couldn't be like, Daddy, what are you talking about? Because that was rude. So
Yeah.
it was just like, it was one of those, I'm just going to sit here and wait until I figure it out.
I get it. Though. Like as a parent, like
I've said that same thing.
100%.
Sometimes I'll just make my kids watch YouTube videos on like slums in Nigeria and stuff.
Just to give them some perspective. So you want to argue about this great meal we just provided you?
Yeah.
That's the worst for me.
My favorite thing is making Rylan go through his entire day and be like, what the first thing you did this morning? Woke up. Who woke you up, Mama? Then what'd you do? I changed clothes. Who got you those clothes? Mama and Daddy. I'll make him go through the whole day until that point.
Be thankful in all things.
Yeah, and I'll be like, yeah, without us, son, you wouldn't even be here. Like, you would not exist. So, yeah.
That's a good point.
Yep. Oh. So shut up.
No one was talking.
Not y'all. I'm just talking to Rylan, even though he's not.
Jason, you stink. You don't smell like Santa at all. You smell like beef and cheese.
He's quoting Elf. He's quoting Elf.
Beef and cheese.
This is not the real Santa.
You don't smell like Santa.
Oh, man.
Cut it out, man.
Is that your favorite Christmas movie?
Christmas Vacation is definitely my favorite.
Yeah, he quoted that last time.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
I don't like Christmas movies.
That's not a Christmas movie, really.
Yeah, I watch
That's
Christmas
true.
Vacation year round.
Yeah, you can watch it.
It's a great movie, just in general.
That's like the whole is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Just because it happens at Christmas doesn't mean it's a Christmas movie.
That makes me want to watch it now.
Dude, Die Hard is stupid.
I've never seen it.
Yeah,
Stupid. It's so fake.
It's
so
just another Bruce
unrealistic.
Willis movie that I don't care to
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Christmas is about believing, not seeing.
Well, I'm not going to see it.
Maybe. I don't know. What's on your dad list? What's your Christmas? What are you doing?
What do you mean? We're going to Disney.
Oh yeah, Chris, what you get?
Oh, and I figured out how to tell the difference other than Ben knows which one's Disney World, which one's Disneyland. Disney World is in Orlando, and the airport code for Orlando is ORL.
That's a lot more to remember.
Disneyland is in Los Angeles, so LA land.
I think it'd be easier just to remember the other.
Well, now I'll never forget.
What's the just don't be an idiot. It's freaking easy stuff, man. Disney World is in Florida.
Says the Disney enthusiast, though.
You're a Disney.
If you really want to
Yeah.
know how you know which one you're at, Magic Kingdom at Disney World has Cinderella's castle, and Disneyland has Sleeping Beauty's castle.
That sounds like something a guy that takes baths at 5 o'clock in the afternoon would say.
Chris, you want to say yours?
What am I saying?
I'll say.
Dude, I'm not ashamed of my bath thing.
That sounds like a guy who puts his own face on a T-shirt.
I love it.
Ryan, you want to say yours?
You're a cotton-headed ninny muggins.
No, he was gonna say he's quoting Elf. I don't know where to go from here.
Do y'all like making gingerbread houses?
No, dude. No, do
if
you?
I do
Yeah, absolutely.
If I do it, I want to do it the right way. Like
I've attempted to make one.
architecturally sound.
It didn't go well.
That's the great part, though. If it don't, you still win. You still get to eat
But the
gingerbread
it's
and
so
icing.
hard.
It doesn't taste good.
It's not. It's like stale. No.
Listen, if you can't build stuff with wood nails, you're not building a gingerbread
No, I
house.
can
It's
build
harder
stuff with wood and nails.
I know,
It's harder
but no,
than
that's
wood
what I'm
and
saying. If you can't do stuff with wood and nails, you don't need to try a gingerbread house because it's way
So if
harder.
you don't have an
Well,
engineering
icing-
degree, you should.
Yeah, dude, it's
Icing
like
is not a good adhesive,
No, not at
so
all.
it doesn't. It just slides off
yeah, dude, like
and falls down.
The
yeah.
kits are pretty good because the cookies taste pretty good in the kits. You could just get the gingerbread kit and just eat it without putting it together.
How much you paying for that?
Yeah, you pay $20
For
Chris,
4 cookies.
how much money you spending on QVC in an average week?
No comment.
Does anybody still do the tins of popcorn?
Dude, that
yeah.
was great.
The
I love
caramel
that.
popcorn was
That's like
you would have the
dude.
multiple flavors.
Yeah,
You'd have
you
the
got
yeah.
white cheddar.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the
Caramel,
Sometimes you'd have the
yeah.
What's
Yeah.
the caramel stuff called?
caramel.
Is
Cracker
it
Jacks.
what?
Cracker Jacks.
Is that what is it?
I mean,
thought
that's
it was
like
it called something.
It's kind of like a
The
Cracker
caramel popcorn was called something.
It's
No.
called
Caramel popcorn? Okay.
Caramel
one-
corn. I don't know.
is always
Caramel
the-
corn, maybe. I think that's what. Anyhow,
That's
I love
not
it.
much
Yeah.
different than caramel
I
popcorn.
haven't seen one of those in a while.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't,
They usually start turning up right about like now.
back in the day, I feel like my parents, because they're both tall. I feel like that
Everybody
they would come
got
home
that?
with like
Oh, yeah.
7 of them
Yeah.
each.
Dude, wow.
That's great.
I was on this podcast saying I'm not buying a teacher a gift,
Yeah.
but teachers are getting gifts,
Yeah.
but none of those teachers are us.
Yeah.
It's not.
It should
it's
tell
not
us something.
fair.
It's because the kids know that our students know that we just love giving them,
Grades.
grades. No.
I'm
Knowledge,
sorry
what
I
about it?
you ruined your life and crammed 11 cookies into the VCR.
Yeah. I think
Is that another elf quote?
Yeah.
I think
I think he's Googling them. That's the thing.
That's
Is
what he
he's not-
does. He always has like a document usually.
yeah. Where's your document at, Chris?
I watched the Elf like 4 times the last week. I don't need the.
You got it in your head there. Yeah.
The local elf was whatever you.
There's not a local elf.
Lord of the Rings, where after they
you-
leave Middle Earth, they leave an elf at every region. Is that where we got?
Are you about to make fun of somebody?
The local,
Who's the local elf? We don't have a local elf.
dude?
I'm trying to
Dude,
say
I got made
is,
fun of today in my class because my shoes look like elf shoes because they point up and I was like, oh god, they do. Look at
No, I was talking about the
local.
the little elf on a shelf that they've been doing at the high school. It paid a visit to all of us.
Is he
today.
still in my room?
No.
Did he make it to yours?
Yeah, he made it to mine.
He hit all the has.
He made it to yours.
Yeah. Well, my little cousin brought it.
Oh, I know. I saw. She's actually who put it in my room. I didn't know it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Yeah. So
The
that's
little
what I was
elf.
getting at. The local elf.
The local elf. Okay, I thought we were talking about like we
I
have
wasn't
this.
making fun of anyone.
I was just in my head. I thought there was just this random guy from Homer that like plays the elf all over the country or
Dude, that'd be
city.
cool though, right? Not cool.
Not yeah. Not a no.
It'd be something to talk about.
If every
Yeah.
community had their own elf.
Then he
No,
walked.
just a guy who
Like
like
their own South Pole elf, like midget.
Hey, that's the guy. So you know the strawberry milk guy.
yeah.
The elf guy would be like,
Name
"Dude."
yourself.
He's like, what are you doing?
Does he
He's
not
like,
listen?
he's like, I'm a security guard, and the elf guy's like, that sucks.
Full circle.
Oh man, life shaming.
Life
Life
shaming.
fun, you know.
Y'all had any moments where like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yes.
I've had some moments where I didn't know. That's for sure.
Yes. All right. Let's do this. So have you had any I told you so moments?
Yeah, I thought of that topic. I don't have any.
Jason said I come up with that. I don't have any.
I thought y'all would.
I got plenty.
All right, give me a told you
No,
so
let's
moment.
My wife's like, we're gonna put a Christmas tree up. I'm like, that's a stupid idea. The kids are gonna get in it. You're gonna yell at them. Blah 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 blah. It happened. Told you so. That's really the only one, I guess.
I got a funny story.
Okay.
Okay, let's hear it then, guy.
So the other night, this was last Friday night. I've been limping around because I hurt my knee, and this is how I hurt my knee. So last Friday night, I get this call. I live beside my parents. They're like, "Hey, the cops are like, be careful, like lock your doors. They're like spotlighting somebody's on the run. Like they're spotlighting people in the woods by our house." I'm like, "Oh gosh." So I go outside and I got to lock the
Why'd
chicken.
you go outside?
I went outside to lock the chicken gate because every night the chickens roam, and I got to lock the chicken
Protect
gate.
the chickens from the
Well,
guy.
I was just thinking like every night.
Hold
I
on.
mean, the raccoons are out every night. So
Time out. Are the chickens laying eggs?
Oh yeah, I get like 3 or 4 a day. Yeah,
Okay, so you're
great.
All right.
Okay.
They saved
It is
themselves
great.
from the deplucker.
yeah, for real. They're productive right now. So I go out there and it's like right out of my house. You know when you turn like your floodlights on at your house, and there's that area where it's dark right out of the rim. You know, so
Sorry, I'm just interrupting a lot. Why do they call them floodlights?
Because
That's a good question.
they flood the area with light.
That's a dumb name.
I agree.
What
Yeah.
did I just say? That's a reasonable
No,
explanation.
that is, but it's a dumb name.
What would you call them?
There's the lights.
exterior lights.
Yeah.
Like that.
He learned everything he knows about
Yard
exterior.
lights.
Y'all taught me everything I know
Yard
about
lights.
exterior illumination.
I like yard light. Well,
Yard
those are
light.
lights that go in the yard. What are we talking about? Go ahead, Chris.
So I go out
Sorry.
there. No, you're fine. So,
Apologies,
I go
Sheila.
out there and and I like the chicken gate, and I'm like, I just scare myself. I'm like, what if somebody was back there?
Yeah, dude.
You know, and so
What if that little elf was hiding inside the chicken?
what if he
coop?
was? What if he's right there? You know, right behind the chicken coop.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? I was like, well, he's probably got a gun. What would I do? The best thing you do is run. I don't know. So
In a
I just like
zigzag
I
pattern.
haven't sprinted in like 10 years.
Yeah.
So I just like do the sprint back. And
Yeah,
I like
dude.
sprain my knees going back to the
Yeah.
house. My mom's like, what did you do? I'm like, I'm not going to tell you because it's embarrassing.
Turn
He
in
said, I
there.
fought him off.
Yeah.
Call the cops. I got him.
Got him pinned down in the chicken coop.
He got
Yeah,
away.
that's
He got away. He got away.
Did they catch him though?
I have no idea. I just know I sprained my knee for no reason.
Dude, what,
Scaring myself.
my favorite thing is like anytime there's like a police presence at any location, everybody's on Facebook like, what's going on down on there in the corner of 98 and 440? What, I don't know. It's like if you need to know, you'll know. You know, like you probably don't need to know.
Candy.
Yeah, but
Well, that's what
Candy
people
knows.
always
If
say. They'll be
Candy
like,
don't
they
know-
didn't tell you. Well, then you probably should have known.
You probably shouldn't know. Like,
Dude,
stop.
What about did your parents have a police scanner back in the day?
Yeah,
I have
dude.
one on my phone.
You mean
See, like nobody does that anymore.
I do.
Yeah.
Dude,
Well, I
if
think-
we would just sit and listen to the scanner and be
Yeah.
like, oh.
Oh, we got a
Look,
1043.
that's
It,
entertainment.
it alerts me. Look at all these alerts
That's cool.
from all over the country.
Oh
Why
my
do you need to know what's
God,
going
dude.
on in
That's cool.
wherever that is?
That's like Sherlock Holmes kind of stuff.
Oh, how?
Because it like
Dude, y'all can't see this. He has like 75
You gotta
notifications.
turn notifications off of
this
that.
goes all the way back to Sunday though. I haven't cleared them.
Oh,
That bothers me.
That's just insane. You don't delete your emails either, do you?
Oh, I do. Actually, emails probably drive me crazy. I usually clear this, but I've gotten better.
What are you concerned? What parts, like, where are you concerned about getting alerts from?
Oh, I'm not concerned. It's entertaining.
Yeah, I mean,
And if something happens locally, I'll go and like look for the station. But like if something happens like this big news, like other places, you know,
Dude,
like
we're talking to a guy who watched Greenville News growing up.
yeah.
Didn't we all on acts like
Chicks and
when we had
Sometimes when I'm like when I'm
No.
on Google Maps, I'm like, I wonder what crime's like there. So I just look up the police scanner and see what kind of
to? That's cool.
what kind
Crime
of-
rate?
The
just what's going on. Like, are there any murders, or are we just looking at like
the satellite dish that I had to turn outside the house did not pick up the Greenville News. It was
Yeah.
local.
Yeah, the first satellites, dude. Those did y'all have the
I'm
big
talking
one?
About, I'm talking about the antenna.
Oh, the
I'm
antenna.
Sorry, like
oh,
the
yeah,
outdoor
yeah.
antenna.
Yeah,
Rabbit
yeah,
ears.
dude.
No, the
No,
outdoor
no.
one. It'd be
Outdoor.
big. It looked like
They're
an
like
airplane.
so
you mean like the
big,
first
yeah.
satellites? They would take up
what
like
he's talking about. Yeah.
or not
Well, we're
satellites.
talking about. I mean, both of them, the antennas and the satellites.
He's talking about
both
the
were,
well, not
Flood
satellites,
satellite.
satellite dishes. Satellites are in space. But
Yeah.
but you know
Yeah.
what I mean.
He's talking about the big satellite dishes. Some people turn them into like garden
Yeah.
props.
But that's why you never want to be the first one to
Hey.
get anything. That's the example I always give people. Never be the first person to get new technology, or you'll have a giant satellite dish in your yard.
Yeah.
Those things were
And
massive.
you'll overpay for it because
Yeah.
it was 4 times the price, and
Right.
it was the size of a trampoline.
Think about those
Dude,
big
yeah.
TVs back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's like
900 pounds and $4,000.
And when it went out, you put your new TV on top of that old TV and call
those
it a
are so
day.
big.
Or in
How do
front of
you-
it.
Yeah, just
How do
know.
you get them out? There's like, man, it take a
the door.
no, but I mean, I know a lot of people that got those big old TVs. They're like 6
yeah.
foot tall and they're like 4 foot wide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're like 2 feet thick.
Yeah, did you ever?
That thing's going down with the ship.
Those things. That's them kind of things you move out of the way and you see the original color of the carpet.
You're like, wow. Have y'all ever had, that when satellites you put outside got smaller like 10 years ago or 15
Like
years ago?
direct TV.
Yeah. Have y'all ever tried to get one of those out of the ground?
Why? Why would I do that?
Well, when you were like done with it, like you switched to YouTube TV and you're like, I need to get
They
this
put
out of the
them in the
ground.
ground?
There's one. It depends on
Have
like
you ever
sometimes.
tried to
Sometimes they
get
do them on
one?
the house.
They would do it wherever they could. So if they couldn't get
Get
in, where
reception.
because I
Yeah.
had one behind my house and I ran it over with a lawnmower.
How did you?
What kind of lawnmower do you
I
have?
know,
What
dude. That
kind
thing is
of
a
lo-
beast.
Do
I
you
didn't
have a-
chop it up, but like I
you
hit
have
it
a
and knocked it
backhoe?
down.
No,
or
we
a
want to know a
lawnmower?
brand. so
Dixie
that
chopper.
Let's go Dixie Chopper.
I think they went out of business actually.
I've
Well,
never heard of that.
Maybe not.
I thought that was a motorcycle, to be honest.
That would make sense.
Remember when that was big? They would
The
make
show-
bicycles that look like
Oh, yeah,
chopper
the chopper, yeah.
motorcycles.
What was that show where they would remodel them?
American choppers.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I thought those guys were cool.
Dude, I always
They
used
just
to.
the dad and the son just yelling at each other. It
They
was
had
like
handlebars.
WWE.
When I was a kid, I always wanted to live in a subdivision because on all the movies, it was like they would drive their bicycles down to the river. And then,
I've never seen a movie where that happens.
No, they like drive their
I've also-
bicycles
how
on like
many-
adventures.
How many neighbor
Like the Sandlot? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, somebody
That
like
wasn't
a
a
neighborhood.
subdivision, that was
But I
a-
mean, like a neighborhood.
I do know what you're talking about though, like as far as like almost this idealized like 1950s, like everybody moves to the suburbs,
Yeah.
and everybody has a little pink house, and they have barbecues in the cul-de-sac on the Sandlot. Like I always thought,
Yeah.
Ben brings this up as many times as he can.
I love it. I wish that I kind of like I grew up riding my bike all around Clarksville because I lived in town. So
Yeah, I
I
lived
grew
in the
up-
middle of the woods. We just had a bunch of squirrels.
remember that time that we ran that I ran that 4-wheeler into the ditch at your house?
No, dude, yeah. I
Kane
remember,
Duncan was there too.
I remember that day, but there was another
Shout out
somebody.
Kane.
Shout out Kane Duncan.
Somebody else wrecked it bad, worse than you.
That must be a different time. But I remember it because your driveway was gravel and it turned like down toward
Yeah,
the
there's
end.
a
I'm going
turn.
away from your house.
Yeah.
It turned this way.
Yeah.
And I'd ridden 4-wheelers, but I'd never really ridden them on a gravel road. And I was going like wide open and I turned and it just kept going straight.
Yeah,
and I hit that ditch and flew over the handlebars.
Ooh.
And I was like, it scared the crap out of me.
Dad was always like, "Don't let nobody on the 4-wheeler." I was like, "All right."
The steering went out the thing.
Dude, everybody was on the 4-wheeler. Yeah.
So, Ryan, just ballpark, how many accidents was the name Kane Duncan, shout out Kane again, was you and him involved in? Like, just ballpark number.
I mean, like, what define
With vehicles.
Oh. Well, one time he was in I wasn't in the car when he wrecked my car.
That's one.
Another time I was in the car when he wrecked my car.
The same spot.
I don't know
The
if I-
4-wheeler, that's 3.
Yeah, but yeah. Me, Kane. Me and Kane, we got a history.
Yeah.
We got a
Kane's a
history.
good dude,
of,
man. I have a total of 60 yards in passing my high school rear, and they were all to Kane.
in your high school rear.
Career.
Career.
It's in the rear view mirror. It's in the rear view mirror for sure. And it was about that pretty much sums it up.
Yeah. No, me and Kano got into some stuff back in the day.
Yeah, so I was at the chiropractor. I went to the chiropractor for the first time about a month ago.
yeah.
It was terrible, but I'm never going back in. But the guy was like, "Man, you got some, you don't have a lot of like padding in your, in between your disc and stuff." And I was like,
I thought you were talking about like a no butt
Yeah,
syndrome. Like Hank Hill.
that's called diminished glute syndrome.
He's like, "Have you ever been in a wreck?" I was like, "No." And then
Yes,
I
you
got
have.
home. I was like, "This guy's never been in a wreck." And he goes, "Are you dumb? Don't you remember you hit a bridge going pretty
Yeah,
fast?"
dude.
Didn't you? I was like, "Yeah, I
Dude,
forgot about that."
it is insane that you have only had that one wreck.
Yeah.
I had 2. I had another one in Atlanta.
Still insane. Like you're
Are you
The
saying
way you
are you saying
drive-
my driving's bad?
100%.
What's wrong
good.
with
It's
it?
awful. It's
It's
the worst.
scary.
Help me out. What do I need to do to improve my driving?
Maybe
Slow
listen-
down, man.
And listen to us when we say things.
Yeah, like
When we're like, "Hey, you should probably slow down." You're like, and then go
I know I've
faster.
been about to say.
let
that's how we hit a bridge.
me give you one
Well, no.
one quick tip. One quick tip.
Okay. Pro tip. Give me a pro tip.
If you're going on a clover leaf and someone in the back seat yells, "Slow down!"
Is that what happened?
Yeah, that's what happened. And then you know what happened? You accelerated. This is what I would say. Use your eyes. Like you just like act like there's nobody else on the road, and you just literally like just pull out in front of people like that. Like
They
just-
got brakes.
He's like having.
So do you.
Y'all ever ride with them people having conversations with you? You're like, no, don't look at me. We don't want eye contact right now. Like, look at the road. Look at the road.
Dude, I will never forget. We were going. This was, God, it was like when Roger Clemens pitched for the Astros. So we were going to a Braves when the Astros were still in the NL playoff game in Atlanta at Turner Field. And I remember my stepmom, she was driving through downtown Atlanta, like in like Grady Curve, with her knees, peeling an apple.
What?
With like a steak knife.
No.
And I'm freaking out. And then I'm like, Sharon, you can't do that. She's like, I'll just finish when I get to the game. I'm like, no, you can't take a steak knife into the game either.
What?
Man.
But anyways, y'all drive similar. That's what got to be.
Peeling apples.
Can't make this
Apples
stuff
is,
up.
That's not an easy thing to
No,
do.
dude, just riding with an angry mother is not easy. I mean, I've seen some my mama angry. Whew, you don't want to ride with her. You don't want to do anything when my mama's angry. She's kind of mean, but I'm scared.
I think that just goes with anger.
No, angry mamas are worse.
Oh.
You don't want to mess with Mama Bear when she's mad. Yeah.
I'm trying to.
Ben has some would you rather questions.
Yeah, I'm looking for a good one. I will just go from the top. Would you rather be able to fly or breathe underwater?
Is this for everybody or
Just whoever.
Breathe underwater. Hardcore.
Why?
There's a whole world I'd like to explore. I want to know where the spotted bass do, like this time of the year exactly, where they're concentrated at. And if I could breathe underwater, I could figure that out, and I'd be a better angler.
I think they're still gonna swim away from you though. It's an observation, something dilemma or something like that.
I'd probably fly.
That makes sense.
Definitely flying.
Flying would be more convenient because, like, if you can breathe underwater, you still would just like be all wet. Like flying, I could just be like, I'm just gonna fly home right now.
I'm
Also,
scared
yeah,
of
it
heights, though,
doesn't-
man. I'm scared of heights.
He didn't say you had to fly high.
I just,
That's just like think of all the superheroes that can fly. How many can breathe underwater?
You gonna be
One.
Aquaman?
Aquaman.
I'm just saying.
How cool is Aquaman, though?
But
Yeah.
this is one good point. Like, let's say you live in Banks County. Like, let's say Superman moved to Banks County. Like,
He was born here in 1919.
well, actually, oh my God. Actually, not Superman, 'cause he's Man of Steel. But let's just say, hypothetically,
saying.
one of us just magically was like, you know what, I can fly now. And you tried to fly over Banks County, you're getting shot. They're
You
shooting
getting
you.
some buckshot in you for sure.
Don't you be flying over my property.
I like this one.
all right.
Would you rather travel to the past or to the future?
Future.
Dude, I love the Nate Bargatze thing where he's like, if I went back in time, I don't think I'd make a difference.
that is
Yeah, that is funny.
He's like,
But that is true.
they'd be like,
if you
tell
went back,
me, yeah. Oh, someone's got a phone. You're like, oh, people are going to have those in their pocket one day. Oh, well, how's that work? I don't know. It's something with satellites. What's a satellite? I shouldn't even brought it up.
Yeah.
But I think,
But that is really true. Like if you went back in time and somebody was like, "Hey, like I have this great idea for an invention that's gonna make me rich. It's called a cell phone." Okay, well, I don't even know the first step to make one. Like legit, like he's right. That's the reason.
Or a car. Or
I think you need glass on the screen. That's all I could do.
Yeah.
No, I think I'd want to go back in time though.
Yeah.
No, they don't have antibiotics back then.
Well, I wouldn't want to live. I'm not
How
saying
far back are you
No,
going?
you just get
I
to
don't
like
know. Antibiotics are
You
pretty
get-
new on the scene.
you get to go like hang out for a while,
Yeah.
then you return.
Yeah.
oh, like
I
those-
think going to
remember
the
those
future would be
baseball card
depressing.
books?
I think it's like more of a sure thing going to the past because you at least know what you're getting into. Like, let's say you could go 200 years in the future, and you show up and like,
Idiocracy.
and it's just that, or like there's freaking
People flying.
What about it'd be like Wally, where we're all on a ship and everybody's 400 pounds?
yeah. I don't know. I just think that would be like, you could go forward and be really cool, but you also might go find out things you don't want to know.
I'm a post
But you-
millennialist, so I'd like to see the future.
I think I go
I'd
in the
like to go in the
past,
past.
and get to choose my spot. And
Because you could meet
Figure
some
out
of these. I
what-
don't know, I'd like to meet historical figures and
well,
stuff.
I'd like
Who
to
would you
figure
want?
out the mystery of something.
lot of
Yeah, who
people.
you want
lot
to
of people.
hang out with?
Top 5.
Okay, put me on the spot. Why don't you?
Top 3.
Top 2.
Top.
Jesus.
Yeah, there's my
Yeah.
top 3.
If you don't say Jesus,
Outside the Bible.
Outside the Bible, I would like to meet a few athletes. Like it'd be cool to
Yeah,
see some old, like Lou Gehrig, Babe Ruth, see them play.
yeah.
Old Murderers Row.
Well, I just think just seeing the world, like I don't even necessarily think like one person, but I just think you look at like ancient history and you have ruins like Roman ruins or Greek ruins, but like I would like to see what a thriving, ancient civilization looked like.
That'd be cool.
Because like all that's so worn away and it doesn't,
Yeah.
and so it's like, what did that actually look like, and what was daily life like, and what was that's what I would that's
That's why I like the Pompeii house that was like when the volcano hit it, it
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like froze it.
In time.
That was
Right.
so cool to see. But what would everything around that look like?
Well, the most frozen time thing too, and this is not a history podcast or not, but like like King Tut's tomb and some of the Egyptian tombs that because like you're talking about thousands of years.
I want to go to the guys
been
that built the
open.
tomb, aliens or whatever. I want to go see that.
All right, what you got next?
Would you rather have $1 million or true love?
$1 million.
$1 million.
True love.
I have true love.
Yeah,
I
I do
want $1
too.
million.
But no, that's not how it works.
That is how it works.
That's
No,
not how
it's
it
an
works.
either or.
That's how it works.
I'm not going to say you would have to
either or.
No, it's either or.
It can buy me a boat.
Obviously, if you already have a
Truck to
true
pull it.
love, you're not going to be like, no, I'll pass on the $1 million. But like, if you could wipe your brain and never have the life with a wife and kids that you have, but go back and get $1 million, or keep what you have.
Well, I guess I'll
keep
keep
what
what
I
I
got.
have. Yeah.
That's a good answer.
I would. I mean,
No, I'm saying it would be
Truthfully,
like a rough
I'll be
day at the
poor.
house when you roll
But
back
let's
in.
be honest.
I am poor. I'll tell you what I got.
I'll be poor.
I pulled Allison without $1 million. Pretty sure I could pull her with $1 million.
Oh man, I'm so glad you
know?
said that. I thought you were
I
going to
thought you
say
was
I
about to
could
say,
do
can you
better if I
imagine
had
what
$1 million.
No, she's at the top of the game, baby. Top of the game.
What's the game?
All right, let's. So those were all general. Okay, just general ones. All right, so we'll do a couple funny, silly, and then there's some deep philosophical ones.
Okay.
So, and these aren't like funny, but let's. I don't want to do this.
Let's get the deep
I don't want you to answer this, but like one says, would you have incredibly long hair or no hair at all? And like,
If I could look like you, Ben, I'd go no hair
I
at
don't have
all.
hair at all, and Ryan used to have incredibly long hair.
People with
until-
incredibly long hair can have no hair at
I
all.
miss you with your long hair, Ryan. It looked good on
Thank
you,
you.
bro.
Thank you. Yeah.
I mean, you got it going on now.
You know,
You're a good looking guy.
It don't take a lot to make a Rolls Royce look good. So
You got a Rolls Royce?
Would you rather have a pet?
It's a
This is so stupid. Would you rather have a pet that talks but only says bad puns, or a pet that can only dance?
That's dumb.
That's-
I would want a dancing pet.
yeah,
That'd be more
because that'd
entertaining.
be like tell that dog to
I don't know.
shut
Yeah,
up.
we got
could get a
Chris with the
parrot.
bad puns.
Yeah. All right, let's do
yeah,
some
you
deep philosophicals here. All right.
We're
All right.
Professionals.
So this is one that you hear all the time. Would you
Cut that
like
part.
to know the exact date of your death or never know when you will die? Well, that's not actually the one that I hear all the time. It's like, would you rather know the date of your death or how?
Oh yeah.
change that.
I would probably.
man,
oh
that's
man.
tough.
Dude, I'm
If I-
taking the
I
date.
think I'd want
What?
the date. If I knew,
Yes.
like, hey, guess what? You're gonna get hit by a plane. I'm gonna be like, that could happen anytime.
Yeah.
But I feel like if
dude.
you
It would
knew
have to
that,
be a
but if you
crash.
knew the day, your life would just be like.
Numbered. It is numbered.
I know, but you would
You'd
like
live it to the
dwell on it.
fullest.
I
That's
know.
what-
You'd
yeah,
live it to the
dude.
full. You'd be like, I've got 9 years, 4 months, and 6 days.
Yeah.
Let's make them the best.
At this
Dude.
point, I'm taking all the money and buying the fastest car I can to drive it.
I'm saying,
I'm upping my life insurance.
dude, yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
And then like 2 weeks before, me and Allison, we're selling out. We live in big time, baby.
Yeah.
Big time.
Big
All right,
Bahamas.
would you rather? All right, let's see what this says. Be able to change one major event in history, or always be able to be able to make the right decision, like currently.
Ooh. It's kind of hard to say you wouldn't change a major historical event.
Nah, I'm selfish. I'm pissed.
That's a huge ripple effect.
But yeah, think about some of the stuff you could change. Like
That's
you could
a
change.
huge
Yeah,
ripple
but
effect.
think about being married and always being right. Thank you. I'm just saying.
Well,
Can't everybody be you, Ron?
No. See, I'm just, I'm a different perspective. Just a different perspective.
the wrong
All right,
perspective.
one more that's a little more serious.
Okay.
Would you rather have the power to solve world hunger or cure all diseases?
World
I'm
hunger is
curing
almost
eczema
Thank
because
you.
I've got a good friend over here.
No, that's selfish because you're just
Nah, I'd get rid of disease. Cancer kills too many people.
dude,
man.
you're just tired of me flaking out on you.
How many times have you used that?
That's the first time. Just
Really?
came to me.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
just came to me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I would cure disease.
I would do diseases
Yeah.
too because I'm selfish and I feel like that. Clearly, look at me, my physique. I ain't hungry,
You think one's going to get you at some point?
but eventually I'll get a disease.
One of these things going to get me at some point.
Oh, all right.
Oh, man.
All right, everybody. That's all we got this week. Thanks for listening. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast, subscribe to our social medias. Leave some 5-star ratings and reviews. We haven't done that in a while. We haven't promoted it, so do that. We'll mention you on a podcast. Don't forget about our sale on the merch. It's good through the end of the year. Christmas is coming up. Might want to hurry. And just to let y'all know, we are going to be taking a couple, maybe 2 or 3 weeks off for the holidays, and we're going to come back strong in the new year with some pretty special guests. So be looking forward to that. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Thanks for listening to Hometown Has-Beens. And remember,
It's better to be a has-been than it never was.
Chris Porter sleeps with a nightlight. See you next week. There's something about Ryan. I hate him.
You got them good, bro. You got them good.
Dude, you didn't.
Jason has been blowing the. I told him it's rough, dog.
Terrible.
You're terrible. You're bad.
Dang. I'm contributing to the odor.
We just shut the door. It don't be funny though. That would be funny. But, we gotta delete that. Figure out how to delete that.
Okay.
I might run for office one day.
How many mics this dude broke? This dude's rough on equipment, man.
So before we get started, I got you guys a gift.
Okay.
If you fart, I swear.
That is rough.
Rough with what?
2 Fs.
Would you rather? There's a new documentary on YouTube about snake handling.
Right now. He's posting it on Facebook, dude.
For who though?
Him.
Just Facebook.
But like the whole.
Why did you say that?
We had a good thing going right
A
there.
great thing.
Hit the button.
Hey,
But
speaking
is it a lie?
No. I wasn't the only one.
Oh, man. What are we doing?
I don't know. I'm just doing this a lot. I think I can take that.
No, he's from Commerce. I told y'all he's a real person.
All right. Gotta go, gentlemen.
See you, man.
So yeah.